The Last Kingdom from 2015, the three seasons that were produced get a 10 out of 10 and a 5 out of 5. I was so excited for every episode. The way they made it, at least for me, it was always ended off in a place where I was like, wow, I'm so impressed by this. I want to watch another episode. And it went by very fast to the point where it reminded me of another show called Dark Matter. I think they only had three seasons, but it was similar in Dark Matter. Like every episode just went by like that. I was never bored. It was never a moment where I was like, huh, what should I do tomorrow? It was almost as if every scene was designed to keep my interest. That's the way I felt about it. So that's why it gets really high rating. But it's just really well done. The acting and the setups, the layouts, the strategies are realistic, like you would see in those times. They look into the history of it to make it realistic. So this is something that could happen, and it gives you a sense of the time periods where there were those people who you would call barbarians. People that were not yet reformed by the British religions. Like Catholicism and Christianity in general. They were considered barbarians, right? And these are the people you have to contend with, and so that's why it's very realistic. And we don't see it very often, so you get like a touch of history, and you get a sense of what it was like, and just the whole package is great. They also involve sorcery in there, and it's like a realistic take on how sorcery works because there's some overlap between sorcery and miracles. So you don't see any flashing magic, which brings you into that realism of it. So if you watch it, you know what I'm saying when I say that the sorcery is convincing because, first of all, it's very realistic of what they used to do, but it's not done in such a way that you would laugh at the sorcerer. Oh my gosh, you're relying on chance. It's done in a way where you might be convinced that maybe these people do have powers, maybe these curses do exist. And that just shows you that the cultures were so involved in these superstitions that it became almost fact in their minds. And it goes into the psychology of cultural heritage affecting your subconscious beliefs and thereby what you see in your surroundings, what you help create in some fashion. So the example is a spoiler. The king, the adopted king. It's been a while since I watched it. The fourth season's coming out supposedly soon. He believes that this person needs to die with his axe, and he also kind of believes it still, so that affects the way he views things, the way he feels about the dead ones, and it's also he has an inner conflict too, based on what he's around and what he used to believe, and thereby what he kind of still believes. And there's another aspect where the sorceress curses him, and he doesn't want to believe it, and he pushes out of his mind, but he's forced into it because he sees negative things happening. But you also see that he's the one who's encouraging it. So that psychological aspect really pulls you in. So I think whoever would watch this, I think that this is a perfect movie. So the official ratings on Rotten Tomatoes is 91%, TV.com 8.8, IMDb is 8.3, and then Google's 98%. So everyone says it's a great movie. Great. I give it a perfect score, basically. For the reasons I said, and there's no coincidence why everyone gives it an 8+ rating, because this is an objectively good series, a good show, for the reasons that I say and more.